Hey guys, hopefully you're having a great day today. My name is Daniel, and in today's video I just wanted to bring you a little bit more of a personal journey video that I've just kind of gone through over the last several years being in the RV transporting industry. So we'll go ahead and get right into it. Alright guys, so if you've been following me for very long, you would know that I originally had a Ford F350. It was a long bed. It was an 05. It had the 6.0 engine in there, and if you know anything about the 6.0 engines, they're kind of notorious for having major breakdown issues. Lots of trouble, just across the board. Unless they've been, bulletproofed and all these other things. When I first started in this industry, I had just turned 23 years old. That's when most transport companies will allow you to get hired on. And so Synergy took a chance on me with letting me drive for them. And so I had bought a F350 after being, reassured by Synergy, yes, we will hire you with that truck. We just have to wait until you turn 23. And so that's what I ended up doing. I bought the truck with their kind of permission, ready to go, it being an older truck. And things, went well. I got a lot of the maintenance done on the truck. I had it looked over for, transmission to, several other issues that I really didn't know anything about working on vehicles. I had never touched a truck ever. Maybe it changed a filter here or there, with my personal vehicle before, but honestly, I never had touched, didn't own any tools to work on any trucks, and so I had other people say, yes, the truck's good, you should be good to go hauling campers. The truck came with a fifth wheel. I bought a bumper pole hitch, and in that first month, I took a couple smaller bumper poles. That because it was, at the beginning of the year, the winter was still going on, and that was an interesting time. But after about a month and 8 days being on the road, after I got hired on, I'm excited. It's a new job. Towards the end of that first month, my old dog from my childhood, Lucy, she passed away. And I took maybe a week off at the end of that first month. And then it was my first week in March that I had taken another load after that. And I still had my dog, Big Al, with me on the road as well. It was time for me to take a longer trip. And so for me personally, I just said, you know what, I've taken a lot of shorter trips or some trips over this first month. But it was time for me to try to take a longer one and see, just see the country and obviously make some money. Putting money into the truck and all the things to get ready. So I was going on a trip to, I believe it was Nevada. It was a fifth wheel non-CDL, load, not too heavy. And so I was off. Well, on the way there, I'd already gotten permission from Synergy. I had a buddy who I just invited to come with me. So I had my buddy and my dog with me, Big Al. And so we ventured off from Indiana, picked my buddy up in Illinois, and we were off to the races. And we cleared Illinois, we went through St. Louis, and we were on 44 going west. And that's when my 6.0 going up, I guess, on that hill, it's known to kill engines if people do make it up to the top. This particular place is known, to kill trucks. And so essentially, I got to the top and I was smoking. Truck was going crazy. Fluid was shooting coolant was shooting everywhere. And I called the tow truck. They pulled me back. That's when I ended up. It was it was pitch dark at night. I got dropped off at a hotel. They took my truck to the Ford dealership in town. I didn't know where else to go. I had no clue. The idea of a truck breaking down was so beyond me because I just thought, man, I got everything done. I thought the truck was in perfect shape, and boy, oh boy, that was wrong. And so I ended up that night with my buddy and my dog. We pull everything out of the truck, and we ended up heading over to this Quality Inn hotel in Rolla, Missouri. So right now I'm in Rolla, Missouri right now. I'm actually coming back from a load from Southwest Missouri. We've got Mr. Ryder over there. He's having a blast. But this is where I got dropped off from. Literally, the tow truck people brought me here, and they said, hey, this is probably the cheapest place to stay at, and we'll find out what's going on with your truck, and Godspeed. Hope everything works out for you at the Ford dealership. And so my buddy, my dog at the time, and I were at this hotel. Without going into crazy details, we were here for 8 days. 8 days, 7 nights, but who's counting? And for me, this was just a very pivotal moment. Getting into this industry, literally a month and a week. I left March 8th. I left this place with my Ram, but for that whole week, that whole beginning of March 2016, this was a very challenging time. I mean, at the least you can say that. It was a pivotal time where, am I gonna keep trying to do this? My Ford, they ended up saying, yeah, there's so many issues. Your $18,000 truck you just bought, we'll take $9,000 for it. We'll give you $9,000 to trade it in, but that basically meant that whatever I trade in for, to purchase, I'm adding $9,000 on top of whatever the value of that truck is. And so anyways, I ended up finding this Ram, this dually. It was at a different Ford dealership, and sight unseen, my buddy said, hey, get a Ram. They'll last, they're dependable. The Cummins engine is the way to go. And I just said, let's do it. Just really not knowing what I was, really getting involved into, not really knowing what was about to happen. All I knew was I just started this new job. I now don't have a way of making money currently with this situation with my truck blown up, and I've got to get back out on the road. Like I've gone all in on this, and something has to give. Something has to happen. And so that's what I basically did. For me to double down. This truck at the time, with 79,000 miles, it was $27,000. In 2016, this 4-year-old truck, because it's a 12, was 27 and some change. And I just decided, hey, I'm going to go all in even more. The first truck did not last. And boy, oh boy, the time that has flown by, the miles that have flown by, I'm at 618,000 miles right now on my truck. And every time I come through Rolla, Missouri, is where this is at, the Quality Inn in Rolla, Missouri. You can see it right off the highway. You can see trucks going across on the highway, right there. Every time I come through here, honestly, for the last 5 years, it's the thought, the feeling that I have. I'm thinking, wow, how painful this experience was. Wow, how embarrassing, how scary this situation was. For 8 days living in a hotel, waiting on the Ford dealership to let me know, hey, your truck's absolutely roasted. It's going to cost thousands and thousands of dollars to fix. Just all these feelings and thoughts of just anguish and just hurt and pain, and not knowing what am I going to do next. How am I going to get out of this situation? That's what I feel every time I come through Rolla, Missouri. There's a few friends that I get to, in a funny, sort of sad kind of way, I reference that, or I'll call them, hey, how's it going? What's going on? And I'll end up telling them, yeah, I'm actually about ready to head through Rolla, Missouri. We'll kind of we'll laugh a little bit and just say, let's have a moment of silence for what that really means, because this was a very defining moment in my life, specifically in this industry. a month into the job, getting just kicked in the teeth. You know, what am I going to choose to do? Am I going to keep trying to do this job? What am I going to do? For me, I can say it now, and I couldn't say it earlier. And you know, sometimes that's how it is in life. It just takes time to see the process unfold, to see things, how they unravel, how things happen. What I can say since then, you know, each time I've gone through here, I think about the initial pain, that helpless feeling, that scared feeling. But when I zoom back out and I look at, listen, you know, I was the guy who never turned a wrench in his life. I didn't know how to take care of my vehicle. I didn't know how to do anything. I was dependent and, you know, solely dependent on other people. I was at their mercy. I was throwing money, just saying, please take my money, make everything better, take away the pain. You know, initially getting things set up, and then, you know, ultimately just throwing money and saying, hey, getting deeper and deeper into debt with truck stuff, with things that I threw onto this truck, just all sorts of things that just rookie mistakes. I mean, you could call it that, but it's just life lessons. You know, looking back now, I can see I've since learned how to take care of my truck. I have grown from this situation. I'm able to help other people. You know, the scary feeling when the check engine light turns on, when something happens to the truck, when a noise happens that should not happen, those feelings are no longer the same feelings. It's like the venom from a snake has been extracted. There's still a sting, there's still a bite, but for me, the process, the growth that I've gone through over 5 years, this place, it's a memory of a different time. It's a different Daniel. It's a different situation where I was in life. It did force me to go through things that were uncomfortable, that were not fun, that were not exciting, they were scary and troublesome and all these issues, but I'm a different person than I was then. When I was rolling west to go where I dropped off today, I thought, man, what can I make a video about to share with people? And when I crossed this Rolla, Missouri Quality Inn, I was like, man, I've got to share my thoughts on this whole experience. I've gone through what I've needed to go through to fight to get to this point. This place right here, how I want to go forward looking at this situation, this moment in my life, this is the old Daniel. This is, I was parked actually right over there. The fifth wheel, they allowed me to drop it right over there. And my truck was obviously not here because it was at the Ford dealership. This is literally where a lot of things started. And yeah, they were hard. Yeah, things have been difficult. Things have been a learning process, but that's life. That's the fight, that's the struggle. This is one of the biggest moments where I just said, God, I need you. I need your help. I don't know what this means. I don't even know what to ask. I just bought a new truck and it blew up, and now I'm buying another, even newer truck that's even more, and I owe like $37,000, which at that time just blew my mind. And I don't know what's next. And I don't have the answers. I just have questions and I barely even know what to ask. And this is scary stuff. And I just literally reached out and just cried out, Lord, I just need help. I need you. I need you to lead me. I've got nothing. I'm just some snot-nosed idiot kid who doesn't know anything about anything, but I was willing to say, I'm up for the challenge. If you're willing to show me, to lead me, to teach me, I'm willing to grow, to take steps, however ugly that is, however expensive that is, to learn some of these lessons, I'm willing to go. And as you've seen from my channel, my heart is to take that and to help you guys as well, to share what I've learned, anything at all that I could be a blessing and a help and an encourager to you guys. This is the place where it happened. This is where a lot of things happened, a lot of trials, a lot of situations that started here. But my growth, my learning, my fill in the blank, this is largely where things took place. I just kind of want to change the way I view this place from going from desperation and hopelessness to here starts the challenge, here starts the fight, and I want to be in the fight. I want to be in the mix. I want to learn, I want to grow, and I'm going to be taking steps forward. I'm not going to just fall over and play dead. What I want to make sure I do say to you guys is just because my situation was this way doesn't mean that you have to keep doing, pursuing RV transport. If your truck blows up, if your situation is different, I'm not at all, trying to say that if you don't do what I did a month in the job or something, that you're less than me or anything like that. This is my path. This is my journey. This is my walk with Christ, where I'm at. This is how God used it in my life. This is the situation that I went through. So if you choose to do something else, if things go south for you, I understand. But I just wanted to share this kind of a landmark that's in my life with you guys. If you ever go through here, don't think of me, but I would just encourage you, think about your growth, your learning, you asking questions. What are you willing to endure? How tough are you? Not just trying to beat on your chest and say, I can do anything, I can do everything, I'm invincible. Not quite that. But what are you willing to fight through, to pursue, to have that hunger, that drive, that's not going to just burn out and fizzle out, but rather for you to be able to fight through and say, things may not look pretty, and they may not look pretty for a while, but I'm going to persevere, I'm going to fight. And that fighting may look different in different situations. So anyways, this is kind of an emotional thing as well, just with my dog Lucy passing right before I did this trip. And since then, in the last 5 years, my dog Big Al, he passed away as well. I waited a year or so before I got Mr. Ryder, and he's now 2 years old. So we've been on this journey. It's been a journey even since just having him on the mix with me out on the road. And I've had him since 8 weeks old, and he's a good co-pilot. He's a good rider, and it's just been an interesting journey for me. So anyways, just want to share this with you. If you think about it, Rolla, Missouri, that's my place. What's your place? What's a place where you've gone through trials, you've gone through problems that sticks out to you, that would cause you to say, there's a fork in the road. What am I going to do? Am I going to fight through this? Am I going to turn back? What really happened for you in that situation? So let me know down in the comments below if you have a place like this, or a moment in time where you had to make that decision. Am I going to double down? Am I going to bail? What happened for you in that situation? This is mine. Appreciate you watching. Hopefully this was an encouragement to you. I just wanted to finally, after all this time, I'm finally in a place in life as my relationship with Christ is grown, and things have happened, and I'm able to see the bigger picture. And wow, this place was not a place of hopelessness, of death of a truck. This is life, this is growth, this is perseverance. This was just such a pivotal moment for me, and I just wanted to share this with you. I don't want to consider this just to be an eyesore in my own mind. This is a place of celebrating the growth. Since then, look how far I've come. Look how far I've grown, and I hope to continue growing and keep learning and keep all these things. This is my desire, and hopefully it is for you as well in your life, to always be a learner. So hopefully this was a encouraging video for you. I will go ahead and get back out on the road, and Ryder's trying to say hi to the neighbors here, but we're gonna get back out on the road and go home, and I will catch you guys a little bit later. Hopefully you have a great day today. Stay safe, guys, and God bless.